Hi. So if you've been struggling with um, tagging your music files that you've downloaded, you might be interested in this method that I've developed, leveraging some software and some Python scripts that I developed to use the information file, text file that's included with the music files that you download. For example, I had downloaded this Grateful Dead 1468 Fillmore East file set a while back. So I just want to run through this and show you how quickly and easily you can get your files tagged using my Python script. So the first thing I'm going to do here is open the original info text file that came with the FLAC files and just start doing some things to modify this. And I'll explain it as I go. So the first thing I'm going to do here is take this kind of header area and create one line of text that I will explain. So what I'm going to do here is put a pound sign here, and then that will be this will become the artist name that the tag will use, and then this, so a delimiter, which is this pound sign, and then I have a method of tagging my files where I like to use the date first, so it'll be 68-06-14, followed by the venue name, followed by the city, state, and then what I like to do is just put in a dash and then the SHIN ID number. In this case, it's 140953, which you can see right here. It's in the file name, and then another delimiter at the end here. That will be the divider between the kind of album name, if you will, which is this section here, and then the song name, which will we're going to run the script and it will isolate these names from down here and put this all in one row. I'll show you what it looks like here. So what I want to do is have that delimiter there. So what I'm going to do is grab this and copy that, Control C on my Windows machine, and then I have a keyboard shortcut of Alt C or Alt X to then run the script and isolate the file, the song names from that original text file. Now, what you can see here is a couple of things. It doesn't always work perfectly. So sometimes you've got to go and just do some quick edits here. Not a huge deal. But what it's done, a couple of things that I've programmed this to do is save this as its own file. So you have not changed the original info text file in the folder with the FLAC files, okay? You now have a brand new file that has a name appended automatically of tagfile.txt at the end. So your original file remains unchanged. Now I did remove that first line, so I need to save this. But then what I can do is, and I'll show you the folder that this is in, okay? Let me see here. The folder this is in. Try to declutter this so it's very obvious. This was the original file. Now this is my new text file that's in that folder that I downloaded with the other stuff that's in there. Okay, so it did that for me automatically. The script does that for you. I just want to show you the folder real quick. So now what I can do is take that file, and you don't have to touch it, but go to mp3tag, okay? Drop that folder so it reads that directory and pulls in those FLAC files, okay? And the first thing I like to do actually is number these. Okay, I do leading zeros on mine, and it's just the way I like it. So let's number these. And sometimes, I don't know, sometimes the read-write tag data is slow on this. Sometimes it goes really fast. I don't know why there's a difference, but it's going to be complete here in a second. Okay, so now my track files are numbered. So now what I can do is just hit this button right here, text file to tag. It'll bring up this dialog box. The first thing I'm going to do is hit the delete button on my keyboard to remove that path out of the file name. Otherwise, it will try to open that old folder. I had tagged one before. I don't want it. Remembers I don't want that. So what I want to do is hit the ellipse here, the three little dots. It will now open the correct folder for the files. Here is the new tag file text file that we created when I ran my script. I'm going to open that and click OK. It's going to read all the data and now automatically import file names, album name, and the artist name that we had created from that text file. So the way this works is the first part of the line is the artist name, followed by the delimiter. In my case, it's a £. Mp3tag can, you can change that to other symbols. £, seemed to be obvious and worked well for me. The next part of the line is that album name. You can see it's exactly as we made it, followed by a delimiter, that £, followed by the song name. And I do like to have my arrows. I use the greater than sign. I think it's the most obvious way, and I like to have a space afterwards, or not after, but between the song name and the greater than sign. That to me looks the best. You can do whatever you want. Some people like to have, this kind of thing, an actual arrow. I don't care for that. Okay, so that's where that came from, and that's it. And your files are now tagged without having to type any of this. And again, that came directly from the original text file, which I will open up again here, which is unchanged. All I did was create that first line and copy it, and then press the keyboard shortcut to run the Python script. And it does its magic and isolates just this part of the file and puts it all into the rows that you see here. And that's it.